Hi everybody, welcome to this new video for the GenAI Nerd channel. And in this video, I want to show you 3 essential agents that you can use in Copilot of Microsoft. And first, I will show you the prompt coach agent. And this is an agent that can help you to write better prompts. Then I will show you the data analyst agent, which actually can help you to analyze numbers with generative AI. And finally, I will show you the research agents, which is kind of your own private consultant that can write reports for you. So let's get started. So here I'm in my Copilot environment, and so if I click here on my navigation, I will see here on the left-hand side already agents, and actually if you want to see all your agents, you can click here on all agents. And then you will get an overview of the agent store, and that means these are the agents that are available for you. So here you will find the agents that you created yourself, but also some predefined agents. And so here are the agents that I want to show you. So the first one is the prompt coach. So if I click on that, yes, so now we are in the prompt coach. And so this is an agent that can help me to write better prompts. So let me show you how this can work. So now here is the prompt that I have written. Please improve the prompt and give me as output the improved prompt. And so here is my starting prompt, which is actually not a good prompt, saying people struggle to pay energy bills and I want to develop a business model, but I don't give a real goal, I don't give context. So this would actually be not a good prompt. But now actually we can use the prompt coach to write a better prompt and optimize it. So now it will execute it, and indeed, as expected, it's now trying to make sense of the goal, context, and some sources potentially and expectations. And here it now has formulated for me an improved prompt, and this prompt has already a bit more context, clearer goals, and so on. So this is a very straightforward agent that can at least help you to optimize the prompt. You can also do it in a much more step-by-step way where it really will act like a coach to help you to improve, but also with the prompt that I showed you, you can immediately get already a more sophisticated prompt by giving a starting prompt. So this is definitely a very nice tool to help you in improve your prompting. So now let's jump to the next agent that I want to show you, which is the data analyst agent. Yes, so here we are in the analyst agent, and this is an agent that is trained to be a good analyzer of data, which you provide as an Excel sheet. And so here in this agent, if you upload an Excel sheet and then you ask a question, it will actually in the backend start coding using Python code to give you an answer. So let me show you how that works. So I already prepared here a prompt. So this is a prompt where as an Excel, I have given now an investment portfolio consisting of multiple ETFs in which I have invested. Now here I use a hypothetical example. I'm not willing to share with you guys my investment portfolio, but so this is an Excel sheet with simply an overview of my investments. Let me briefly show it to you. Yes, so this is how my hypothetical portfolio looks like. So you see I have several ETFs, the name of the ETFs, the allocation, and how much percentage the ETF is in my portfolio. So this is the Excel that I have uploaded in my prompts. And now here I write quite an extensive prompt to give it some context. So I'm saying, look, you're a private banker that is extremely successful in assisting individuals in optimizing their product portfolio. I'm a 47-year-old person with a wife and 2 kids. I mainly invest to extend my pension. Below, you find all the investments in my portfolio and the percentage of each investment. So it's actually in attachment. So let me briefly change that here. In attachment, yes. You find all the investments in my portfolio. I have no loans. I'm living in Germany. I'm paying taxes in Germany. Please engage in a careful analysis of my investment portfolio and try to optimize it as much as possible based on my personal situation. Yeah, and now I can press enter. And now you see it's working on generating a response. And actually now you see that it has enabled the reasoning model. And that means it will now define steps that it needs to do to realize the objective. And you will see that throughout these steps, it now is engaging in coding. Yeah, so we can click on that and we can see then which code is created at the different steps. Yeah, so now it will have to do quite some coding to make sense of my portfolio and then do additional coding to analyze my portfolio, and in the end, give me a kind of advice as a private banker. So this will easily take 1, 2, 3 minutes. So we will have to briefly wait, and then we can take a look at the result. Yes, so now the analyst is ready. So let's take a look at what it has produced. So it first has kind of given me an overview of my current allocation. So here I can double check that it didn't make any mistakes. Then it gives me some key observations, then some recommendations on how I should rebalance my portfolio. It also compares the current situation and the recommendation in terms of a nice pie chart. And here it gives me some actionable steps and some potential caveats. Yeah? So based on my initial prompt, it has done quite some analysis of the numbers, and based on that, it then has given me some recommendations. So I hope this shows how this data analyst is a very valuable tool to start actually analyzing numbers with Copilot, and where you can then even also get a first interpretation of the results. So in that way, I think also this agent is very helpful and can help you to become much more productive. So now let's jump to the final agent that I wanted to show you in this video, and that's the research agent. Yes, so here we are in the researcher agent, and this is the agent that can do deep research for you. And OpenAI, this is called deep research. Here it's the researcher agent, and you have to see this a bit as your own private consultant. So if you want to have a report being generated about a specific topic, like a specific competitor, a specific industry, a specific market, this researcher agent can be very helpful. So let me briefly show you how it works. So again, we need to start with prompting. So we need to highlight what we want to do. For instance, I, as an entrepreneurship professor, I sometimes need to do a keynote on challenges of a German entrepreneur. So now I could ask to create a first report. So I could ask, can you generate for me a report about the core challenges that German entrepreneurs face when engaging in founding a deep tech startup, for instance. Yeah. Now here, actually at sources, you can also highlight what are the sources that the research can use. Yeah, so we can enable or disable the web as a source, and we can enable or disable our work environment. Yeah, so we have, when the work environment is enabled, it can here, for instance, check my SharePoint sites and emails. If I do not do that, it will mainly rely on the web. Yeah, so that's a choice. Now for this report, I think it makes more sense to just go to the web, but for other things, it might actually be more helpful to disable web and only rely on sources in your Microsoft environment. So that depends a bit on the task, but now I will choose web. Then I press enter, and now it will ask me, like a real consultant, some follow-up questions, yeah? So that it can have a good understanding about what the reports exactly should be about. Yeah? So here you see I will have some questions. Are you interested in challenges specific to early stage founding? Should we report focus on Germany-wide trends? Would you like the report to include policy and regulatory challenges? So now these questions I have to answer. Yeah, so simply by writing the answer in the prompt. Now I here typically use the dictate function. That's more convenient. So let me briefly dictate the response. I'm actually interested in both early stage and scaling. I want to focus on Germany-wide trends. Please include policy and regulatory challenges on top of market and operational hurdles. So now I stop the dictation, and immediately the prompt has been written, and now I can press enter, and now the deep research will start working on the report. Now this will take quite some time, yeah, so easily this will take 10 minutes, because it will spend a lot of time on collecting information from the internet, and then based on that information, write a report. However, I can show you already what kind of output it can generate, because I did this before. Yeah? So again, here, similar prompts. Again, it asks me some questions, and here we will see the report that it generated. Yeah? So let me start here. Yeah? So you see, here is the start of the report. And you see it's quite an extensive report that has been written, about challenges. And the nice thing is that I can now immediately open this report here in Word. Yeah? So that's the nice thing of being embedded fully in the Microsoft environment. So now I can open it as a Word document, and then with Copilot I can further fine-tune this report, make a summary of the report, whatever I want. Yeah? So now I have a Word document where also here initially it will simply show me the prompts that I've used. Yeah? So here is my prompt. And you see it now immediately enables also the Copilot in Word, but let's now briefly close this that we can better see it. Yeah, so my prompt, and then I have the full report here on the challenges based on this deep research agent. So this is really a very nice tool if you need to create a first overview research on a particular topic, and you will get quite an extensive result, and it also will provide you the references, yeah, so you can double check the references and all that kind of stuff. So in that way it tends to be actually also quite reliable. Okay, these were the 3 agents that I want you to show. So I think actually these 3 agents make Copilot nowadays actually a very valuable tool, especially in company environments, to leverage generative AI. And again, the huge advantage, of course, of Copilot is that it's fully integrated into your Microsoft environment, that it tends to be fully secure if you have a company license. So in that way, it's actually a good alternative to other tools like ChatGPT or Claude AI. And nowadays, I think it actually is coming up to speed with these alternatives. So I hope this was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And thanks for your attention. Bye.